everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and we're here to talk about a 1989 film by John Woo called The Killer, not to be confused with the Peacock remake that this is airing when it's coming out.
Don't forget the Michael Fassbender movie called The Killer on Netflix.
That's a totally different movie. This is a movie that's been on my watch list for a long time, and I saw that they were making a reboot. I was like, let's do it. Let's be timely and actually do it. We did Hard Boiled a couple years ago, so here we are. We're doing the one before Hard Boiled. This is before Hard Boiled, but it does have Chow Yun Fat in it, who was in Hard Boiled, playing a cop.
Mm-hmm.
This one, he's playing a hitman.
Yeah.
So he's still badass.
He's playing the killer.
He's playing the killer, the titular killer. And then there's Danny Lee playing a detective, Detective Lee Yun, I think his name was.
Yeah, it was Detective. It was Inspector Lee.
Yeah.
AKA Dumbo.
Yes, and
Chow Yun Fat is Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse or Jeffrey
or Jeff,
whichever one it is. So it's got an interesting little premise with this. It's basically Jeffrey is on his final contract. I think he might be hanging it up or whatever. That's why I kind of felt like this is doing one more job.
Well, I think you jumped a little ahead.
I thought maybe because he was at the church in the beginning, I thought this is like him, like he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't really matter because he gets into a gunfight, as you do in a John Woo film. And as he's firing his gun, he blinds this young lady, Jenny.
Yeah, he was trying to save her or protect her, and then in doing so, fires his gun and it blinds her.
Yes.
Essentially.
And she's basically blinded. She only can kind of see, like, shapes.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah, as she's, like, healing, like, her corneas are messed up, and so, like, her vision's... The ticking clock in this movie is her vision deteriorating, along with kind of the adversaries coming after Chow Yun Fat, Jeff, and it's an interesting kind of film. It's not really reinventing the wheel. It's very much like it's a Western kind of samurai movie, but updated for a triad hitman. And, Jeff is this assassin, killer for hire, has a heart of gold, has morals, and gets caught up in this kind of thing and wants to, like he blinds the girl, Jenny, wants to make it up to her.
Yeah. And
right that wrong. And so we get the next last job.
Yes. To pay, because she has to get coronary transplant.
Yeah, she needs cornea transplant.
So they need some money, so I'm going to do one more job to pay off that surgery.
And take her to America,
yeah,
I think.
And also, they have romantic feelings for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. And the contract is by a triad boss.
Yeah, so it's the triads. And interestingly enough, Inspector Lee, played by Danny Lee, is investigating the triads and the killing, the assassinations that Jeff has done, and kind of...
He has a similar fate because that one person on the train when he was doing the shootout had a heart attack. So he has similar casualties of this big old a shootout.
Yeah. But what's interesting is he's kind of... I'd almost it reminded me a lot of Jackie Chan's character in Police Story, where he's essentially this very instinctive policeman, and he's generally right.
Yeah.
Every time, you'll see it, in several shots where he scans a crowd, and he can pinpoint who he's looking for, which is kind of how the bus thing goes down.
And he has a nice striped jacket.
Yeah, he's got the striped suit that he wears a lot.
Yeah.
But you know,
he's like, I'm gonna get my money's worth of this suit.
Perhaps, you know, with a policeman, you never know. Like, their salary is probably not great. so he's got one good suit.
So Jeff does the assassination on like a political figure, I feel, and
affiliated with the Triads.
And then so I'm just gonna spoil it here. The Triad boss does not keep his word and tries to kill Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And doesn't pay Jeffrey and stuff like that. And also Lee is chasing after Jeffrey. So all these things are ensuing.
Yeah, and they both have friends that help them along the way. Jeff has Sydney, who's the Triad Elder. And then Inspector Lee has his partner, Sang Ye or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And over the course of the film, they orbit each other. It's the very like cat and mouse, very like gunfighter U.S. Marshal from a Western. They orbit each other, and in being adversaries and such worthy adversaries, they come to respect one another. They understand one another. They know how the other one's thinking. And that all comes into play towards the end of the film. Do gotta bring up, this is John Woo. And there's John Woo-isms everywhere.
You mean this?
Oh, the standoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I ended up out of frame. But yeah, the standoffs, the diving,
the shooting the gun while sliding on the ground,
the dual wielding, the clips that are they have many more bullets than what would be held in those clips. And of course, I've been waiting for it. It's here. Doves, baby. We get doves. We get the John Woo doves pre-Face Off.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a fun little movie.
Yeah.
Because Hardboiled, what I like about the John Woo films is with Hardboiled and this, where it has like that Jackie Chan sense of humor a little bit with it, like with the Hardboiled, it's like the baby.
Yeah.
And this one, it's like, you know, the fun little scenes of like when like Jeffrey has at the first shootout, and he has the kid that's injured, and he takes the kid to the hospital, and they're pointing the guns at each other, like
in the emergency
while they're
room.
operating on the kid. There's also the one where like they all go to Jenny's apartment. And she's like, I'm gonna make tea for everyone, and they're like, you know, who's that? It's the janitor. There's no janitor. Oh no, it's the plumber. He's got to do something outside. And, you know, it's a fun little romp, but also has stakes to it. You feel bad.
There's emotion.
You feel for Jenny.
Yeah.
There's some fun little things like the airport, or was it train? It was a train station.
Oh.
Yeah, the train station sequence was very fun.
No, that was the airport.
That's what I thought.
Because she was trying to lure him to go to Singapore.
Yeah. So
they're at the international airport, and that whole sequence, which is really well done, I think. It's the thing, like with John Woo, it's so there's caricature, but there's so much character in it. He has a lot of, like, he puts a lot into those sequences.
So caricatures with heart.
Yeah, because it's like I said, you have the tropes of a John Woo movie, and you have the John Woo isms, but there's so much kind of, I think, feeling and like honesty in a lot of what he does. Like, they're not like especially like groundbreaking, just the sequences are. They're just so well executed, and you have great performances, very layered performances, especially from Chow Yun-fat, where they just are really solid. They're just really solid films, and it's fun to go back and watch, and like it is that fun part of picking out those John Woo tropes, but also seeing like the John Woo tropes that then influence other people.
Not to use a Limp Bizkit.
But like one of the things you brought up, like from Hard Boiled with the baby and having the shootout with the baby in his arm, that's done in Shoot 'Em Up. Like that's kind of the whole movie of Shoot 'Em Up.
There's and of course like with Hard Boiled, they have like this great big like shootout in a hospital.
Yeah.
This one, a similar finale where like it's a shootout in like a very like a place that's supposed to be protective. Of you, and innocent. A church. Like even like freaking Mother Mary couldn't survive this one because there's that statue of Mother Mary just blowing up.
There's also the John Woo like, we're gonna take these 20 stunt guys and we're gonna use them 1,000 times.
Yes.
And like in the church scene, there were so many triad dudes that come in, the nameless henchmen, and it's just it goes on for
John
what
like Patrol,
it's like 20 minutes or something.
One of my favorite things is like when they're invading Jenny's is the hideout that Jenny and Jeff are in.
Oh, okay.
When Lee finally catches them, and I love when like one of the cars pulls up and then some of the henchmen just while the car's moving jump out and roll out. They can't just stop the car. They got to roll out the car.
It's very extra and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
So Joe, would you recommend this film?
Of course, yeah. I mean, John Woo, Chow Yun-fat.
Great combo.
It's money. It's money every time.
I would also highly recommend it. Right now, it's as of this recording, it's hard. It's not streaming anywhere really. You have to have it on DVD, or I believe there's like the film archives that have this film.
You gotta look for it.
Yeah, but who knows with this reboot, which, by the way, we're filming this a day before it comes out, so we did not watch this reboot, but maybe that will spark some interest into reviving this. Maybe Criterion will be like, you know what? We're going to do a Blu-ray release of The Killer.
They should.
Yeah. And maybe do Killer and Hard Boiled in like a double feature. Like,
Police
Story and Police Story 2 are.
What's funny is I have Hard Boiled and The Killer. I don't have the Criterion edition, but it's the 2-pack. And
partying over here.
Yeah. I had the opportunity to get it, and I did not miss because they're just that great.
And neither did Chow Yun-fat and Danny Lee in this film. They did not miss. Yeah. They may have missed a couple.
Well, that's one of the long running like kind of themes they talk about, where Danny Lee's like one shot, one life, and I love like kind of that.
Oh, they take multiple shots on one life.
Oh yeah, he puts in a few bullets on a few guys.
Yeah.
But like it's that whole idea of like he's got a moral code. It's very Ghost Dog. There's a lot of really interesting things that pop up in other films and other themes that pop up in other films. So I really enjoy it. How do you feel? Yeah,
I highly recommend it. What's your thoughts on The Killer? Let us know in the comment section below. Did you like the reboot? What do you think about this? Which is better, Hard Boiled or The Killer? It's tough because they're two very different movies in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think Hard Boiled's a little more silly. Is there any other John Woo films that should be on the Criterion Collection? Maybe Mission Impossible 2?
I thought you were going to say Face Off.
No. Mission Impossible 2 has Limp Bizkit in it, so we have to talk about that. Face Off will probably be on there. Let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions. Be sure to find us on Letterboxd, which is just search Criterion Connection, see how many movies you've done. It's easier to go through that than probably on YouTube, and you type in Criterion Connection on YouTube, and then blah, blah, blah. You can just search it on the Letterboxd, or just do it on YouTube and just watch all our videos. Watch all of them. Mm-hmm. All 250 episodes. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we'll see you later.